The
Okay. No, what I'm saying is leave aside the hint part. Okay, that is not important. What I'm saying is we will learn power of 10 today. Okay.
oh,
Yes, Alni, you're saying something?
so we have something.
Yeah,
It's
we
a
are going to
test.
learn power of 10. Okay.
Like
Now,
we are having star test.
okay, when is that?
Next week is the preparations,
Okay.
and then it's
So
gonna start.
okay, so what I will do is I will send your parents the link for all the videos of level 1. You can just go through those videos and take a note of the thing, and you should be able to clear your start test without a problem. Okay, you just have to watch the video and do some sums. Okay. Yeah, Gitesh.
My star test is in like 2 weeks.
Same thing for you also. You watch the all the videos of the class and you should be fine.
Okay.
And I mean, I'm not saying that that is the only thing that you have to prepare, but if you have watched all the videos of the class and no, you are kind of able to recall everything that you have learned, you should be fine. Okay. And star
Okay.
test, I've not seen anybody struggling with the star test. I mean, that's the easiest thing to do. So I
It
would not
is
even want to worry about it.
4 hours.
I'm
That's
sorry?
it's 4 hours, and I also have a science star test. So
Right.
that's
Okay.
what kind of scares I'm me. Having a language arts in 2 weeks.
Don't
Mine
don't
has
worry.
mine has I have 3 star tests. So
Okay.
that's what's
Let's not worry about it. I know you guys can just do it with ease. I would not want to worry about it. As long as you guys are focusing on your studies, you should be fine.
I
Okay. So
yes, I am.
let's get back to the class so that
Okay.
we are able to make good use of time. Okay. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Can you see the white screen?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Now, today's class is going to be a fun class. What is this? 10?
Yeah.
This is
10.
10.
Yes.
What is this? 10
10
into 10?
times
It becomes?
100. 100.
Look at it carefully. See, you multiplied this with 10. You had one
It's like
zero here, you had one more zero here, became two zeros. Now let's go further.
1 to the power.
And I will ask you guys, okay, wait. Don't keep talking, otherwise you'll not be able to listen and you'll not be able to learn.
I go too much far.
Huh? What is that?
Yeah, never mind.
So I'll probably ask you guys to not to talk when you can avoid, so that way you will be able to observe something. Okay. This is for observation. Okay.
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 Are you multiplying good?
Yeah. No. So I'm multiplying, but I want you guys to observe something. Okay. So that's why talking will not help. Just observe. Look at the screen and listen to what I'm saying for next 5 minutes. Okay. Look at this first number 2000 into 10, 20,000. Okay. How many zeros you had in 2003? You multiplied by 10. How many zeros you have here? Four zeros. Okay. 10 into 20. Or I will write this as like this. Um I will say 2 into 10 became 20. There was no zero. You multiplied with 10, you got one zero. 30 into 10 makes 300. What you had? 30, which had one zero. You multiplied by 10, one more zero got added. Look at this. 3 multiplied by 100. 3 had nothing. Now it became 3 with two zeros. Can you guys observe this while I'll just pick up this call coming from Ayush's mom? You guys just observe my screen, okay?
Okay.
It feels like 3 like that.
What did you guys observe here? Every time you multiply by 10, 1 zero gets added. Every time you multiply by 10, 1 zero gets added. Here you had 1 zero, you multiplied by 10, you got 1 zero added, so that became 2 zeros. Now let's play with it a little more.
Sir,
Yeah?
I got a I got a example like this. I wanna show this.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, correct. No, I can see that. I can see that. So coming back to this, what I'm trying to conclude here is this, okay? Every time you multiply by 10, you end up adding 1 zero. Every time you multiply by 10, if you have two zeros, you're adding 1 zero, becoming three zeros. Every time you multiply by 100, you are adding two zeros. So this is called power of 10. Any number, you pick a number, multiply by 10, you're adding 1 zero to that number. Any number, you multiply by 100, you're adding two zeros to that number.
it's just like 20 multiplied by 10 is equal to 200.
Yes, you're
And
adding 1 zero to it.
The zeros in 20 and 10, we're
Uh-huh.
gonna add them, and here comes 0, 0.
Right. So that is the conclusion part of Salini. So hold it there. Okay. So let me just go ahead with that. Okay. Now this is what, again, whatever I'm saying, there's a reason to it. Okay. So just hear me. Hearing will make you conclude something. Anything you're multiplying by 10, you are adding 1 zero to it. Anything you're multiplying by 10, you're adding one more zero to it. So 3000 had three zeros, you are adding one more zero to it. Okay, now it has four zeros. Okay, now think of the reverse. What happens? You are subtracting one zero from it. One zero will be gone.
It can
So
be
this is
20.
so if you divide 200 by 10, you are taking one zero out of it. So again, this is for relating. If I have some number, if I'm multiplying that by 10, I'm adding one zero to it. 3, you added one zero to it. If I have a number, this, and if I have to divide that by 10, what happens? I take one zero out of it. It becomes 2. Are you able to relate it now?
Yeah.
So, in simple terms, in simple terms,
Yeah.
for faster mathematics, for doing calculation quickly, you don't have to remember the table of 200. You will just say, okay, I'm multiplying, so I will add 10. I had two zeros before, I added one more zero because I'm multiplying by 10. If somebody says, divide this by 10, you don't have to do much calculation. You'll say, okay, this has zeros, I'll just take 10 out. It becomes 300. So multiplication and division are just opposite of each other. Let's see who joined. Oh,
No one joined. Ishan just got kicked out and then he just got back in.
I
okay.
accidentally left.
Okay. But you guys can hear me okay, right?
Yes, we can hear
Yeah.
you. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now, so simple thing that we have learned or seen so
I
far.
have some questions about the
Uh-huh.
homework. I can't understand what it's saying.
Okay. So we'll take it offline. Okay. So uh, the any homework or any question that you have. Okay. Any question that you come across, what you have to do is read that question over and over and over again, two, three, four, five, 6 times. Then also, if you don't understand, I'm there. Okay. So you will send me a message, say, okay, in this question, this is something that I did not understand. If you say that, okay, read the question for me and explain me, that is not the productive use of time. What I ask everybody is read the question and tell me what is the exact doubt. Okay. And then I will explain that. Okay. So try reading that question, the question two, 3 times, and let me know what is that you're not able to understand, and I will explain that. Okay. If there's a word that is not written clearly, let me know that okay, this part of the word I did not understand, and I explain. Okay. All right. Will that be okay, Shan?
Okay.
Yeah. Because the theory or the approach that I follow in my class for all my students, it's called TRAN. If you remember, T stands for trust. You have to always trust that yes, I can solve the sum, any sum. Okay, whether you have seen it before or
And
not.
I don't really understand. Like, I don't think I understand like any of the questions. I can
Okay,
see.
so I'm coming to that. I'm giving you the formula for that. Okay, first, my whole teaching style is based on this TRAN. Okay, this is my formula. T stands for trust. Always think that yes, I can solve it. I can do it. I can. If anybody can do it, I can do it as well. Okay. That is the T part of it. You don't have to do any preparation for that. You have to just believe. Then comes R. R means read. Read, and read. Meaning you have to read the question over and over and over again. Any time. I mean, regardless of whether it's a homework given by me or it's a question that you are trying to solve in an exam. Okay. Read the question over and over and over again. If you read the same question one time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, you will see that the question becomes easier. Don't try attempting to solve it. Read it over and over again. So that's what I'm asking Ishan. So in that homework, read that question 2, 3 times. And if you are still not able to understand, I'm there. Okay. Ping me after the class. I will respond back to you. Okay.
Okay.
Hmm? So that is the read part of it. And not this is not only for the assignment or homework. This is for any and every sum that you will solve, not only now, anytime in future. Okay. If you don't read the question carefully, if you don't read it over and over again in case of doubt, trust me, the question will look very difficult. And if you read it 2, 3 times, you will see that the question becomes easier. Then comes A. T R we talked about. Then comes A. That is nothing but the analysis, meaning you would have certainly learned about it. Okay, let's say if you are going to appear for star test for fourth grade, you would have known the syllabus of fourth grade. What are the things to be learned? What is to be done? And the assumption is that you have learned those concepts. So when you are trying to go to the next step, that is called analysis, meaning you will look at what is this question is asking based on what you have read. And you say, okay, well, this is asking me to add, and this is asking me to find a percentage, this is asking me to find an area, this is asking me to find decimal, whatever. And then you say, okay, do I know how to find the area? Do I know how to find the decimal? Oh, okay, this is what I know, and this is what the question asks. That is when you are analyzing, you're thinking how you will solve it. At this stage, after the you have read the question enough, you know the formula, and here you're relating, you're making your plan how you're going to solve it. Okay. And then comes N, which is nothing but Nike. Nike is the shoe company, right? Which says just do it. So if you trust yourself, if you have read the question enough, if you have done your analysis, how you're going to do it, this is the last stage, which is just do it, meaning just solve the problem based on the plan that you have made here. What mistakes we all do as human beings? We start at this stage. We start doing the sum. We start solving the sum. And that is where the chances of going wrong is very, very high.
Okay.
So that's why I could have told you, Ishan, that okay, tell me what is the question you had. But then I would have given you a shortcut that might not have worked for you. So that's why I'm saying go follow this pattern. Okay. This part I know you trust yourself. You are everybody in this class is intelligent and you trust yourself. So I have no doubt about it. This is from where you have to start. Read the question. If there's any question that is not clear to you, read it again and again and again, 2-3 times. Even after reading 2-3 times, if that is not clear to you, show it to your brother or to your parents. Say, okay, this question, am I missing something? Am I not reading it well? And if they are able to,
Someone joined.
yeah, that would be Ayush. Yeah, Ayush. So yeah. So Ayush, you have not missed anything, okay? Don't worry. So we were just talking about how do we solve the problems, okay? So Ishan, I want you to try this approach and then tell me if there's anything that you didn't understand about the assignment, and then we'll try solving it, okay? Out to the class. Now, coming back to what we have learned so far, we saw this. If you multiply any number with a 10, you end up adding a 0 to it. If you multiply any number with 10, you end up adding one extra 0 to it. So you have a 0 already. You multiply by 10, that means you are adding one more 0 to it. So in future, ever, if somebody says multiply this with 10, what will you do? You will write the number that is to be multiplied by 10 first. You will write that number. Whole number is written, and then you add a 0 to it. Done. You don't have to do any maths. You have to just add a 0. Reverse of that is this. If you have a number with a 0 or 2 zeros, and somebody says divide with 10, you will just remove 1 0 at the end. Just remove this one. Why? You can do it. Let's say 400 divided by 10. This is the question. You can always write 400 as 14 to 10. Agree? And I can do tic-tac-toe. 110 above and 110 below, down, gone. What I have is 40. So basically 1 0 less. So for this faster calculation, you can always say, okay, if I have to divide a number by 10, and if I have a 0 at the end, I will just remove 1 0. My answer will be this. Any questions so far? let's see. I have not allowed you guys to speak much today. I want to see if there's any question or doubt. Yeah, Gitesh.
I forgot my question.
That means that was not a valid question. Okay.
No, it was a good question, but I just forgot it.
Okay. That's okay. That's fine. I mean, when you get a question, you can always ping me.
That's what happens to me.
Yeah. So again, what I would suggest is in a class, when I'm teaching something, don't keep zoning out. If you keep zoning out, start thinking something in parallel, two problems will happen. One is whatever is taught, that you will miss. And second thing is, if you zone out, then you're in a different world altogether. I'm teaching math, you are thinking about basketball, possibly. And that neither you will do good with basketball nor you will do good with maths. So don't zone out. If you keep zoning out, knock your head. Okay, let me get back to the class. Drink a sip of water. Then you'll be able to focus back. Okay. And if any question comes with respect to what we are learning, raise your hand and you can ask. If I'm in the middle of something, I'll say, okay, give me 2 minutes. Let me finish this and I'll come back to you. That is also possible, but make sure that you're not missing the opportunity of asking question. Neither you are going to a different world. Okay. Now, so far, whatever we have done, those look easy peasy, right? Now, what happens if let's say I have a decimal, okay? Then I multiply by 10. What happens?
Add a zero to the decimal.
That would not help, right? Because 15.1
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
15.10 are the same, right?
Sorry.
Yeah. See, this decimal guy moves.
I don't know anything about decimals.
What is that?
I don't know anything about decimals. I don't learn it.
You have not learned it? Okay.
I think maybe put a zero like in front
Huh.
of the one.
Okay. Wait. Let's clear out the dust first. So Salini said that she doesn't know about decimal. How about Ayush also raised his hand. Ayush, you had a question?
No, I wanted to answer.
You wanted to answer?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see what answer Ayush and Gitesh have, and then I'll come to Salini. Okay. And Ishan also. Okay. I was saying this is what we are trying to multiply. Yeah, Gitesh, you were saying something. You finish first, then we'll go to Ayush.
I think like you can do two things out of zero in front of the one. That actually makes sense. And
That
then
that actually doesn't make sense.
no, in front, like in front.
Here?
No, not over there, like over there.
In front of the decimal, he's trying to say.
So you're saying that add a zero here?
Yeah. It
See,
will
if
go to 1500, 100.
no. Okay.
Okay,
So
or you can just add a zero in the fire behind the fire. Over there.
here?
Yeah.
No.
Then
Okay.
what do you do?
So that's what I'm just first trying to know what you know so that I can guide you in the right direction. Let's see what Ayush has to say.
Well, if you have like, wait, what's the sum?
This is the sum 15.1 multiplied by 10.
So what you gotta do if you put 15.1 times 10 is like the 0.1 first becomes a zero, and then you add it to the 15, and then you do it. But before that, I think you do like
Oh, I
1
know what
times
to do
10,
now.
then
So,
you
so
do
what is the answer
1
then?
times 1 times 1 then.
Okay, what is that? I could hardly follow what you said, Ayush. So you have to repeat. What is that?
So you
What
mean
do I
my
do?
answer?
Okay, what do I do? I have a
What you gotta
decimal.
do is like that's already a 10, so it's basically 10 times 10. So it's gonna be 100. So the decimal in the behind the, I mean the one behind the decimal is gonna be a zero instead. Then the five will
No,
be.
stop. You guys are going to all the places. So let's stop it there. Okay,
I have it.
that is not going to help.
One more
What is that?
answer.
Mm-hmm.
Put the decimal
Uh-huh.
like over there
Over there, where? After one, before one, after five.
or after one, the one,
Okay.
and then add a zero.
Is this what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the right answer actually. But
That's
I
what I was
will
trying to say.
uh
That's what I was trying to say.
okay. No, so I will make it easy also. See, you said a lot of things and I was kind of getting confused. I will tell you an easier solution, okay? If you are multiplying, your decimal moves in this direction. If you are dividing, your decimal moves in this direction. Okay. Now, since I'm multiplying by 10, my decimal moves by one place. Now, let's look at this. So, Salini, I will come to you, beta, okay? I know you don't know what is decimal. Let me give you an example quickly, okay? If I have $1, I just say $1. Salini, this is for you, okay? You and Nishan, okay? If I have $1, I say $1. If I have $1.10, or let's say if I have half a dollar, what do I say?
$1.50.
No, I have only half a dollar. Half a dollar. Half of a
Half of
dollar.
50 cents.
I say $0.5. If I
Mm,
have a quarter dollar or 25 cents, I say
25 cents.
25
Or,
cents or $0.25.
point 25. Or point
Okay.
25.
So Gitesh, you hold it. I want to hear it from Salini and Ishan. Okay. Just let me just I'm just asking them because no, I want to know how are they able to follow. You probably know it. That's why I'm just trying to give them a chance. Okay.
So I know coins and bills, like there's
What
a
is that?
$1 there.
What is that?
I know coins and bills, like
Yeah.
some of them.
So this is what I'm trying to say. If you divide something into half, if you have something that is one, if you divide that into two people equally, that becomes half. You can represent that in decimal as 0.5. Okay. If you have something that you divide into three people equally, you can always say that this is 0.33. How? You can you'll have to learn how to do division to get decimals. Okay, so we'll probably do that in the next class, just to make sure that no you're able to catch up on that. Okay, but now let's look at, you have $1, you divide into 10 people. So I'm talking about a dime. You can say this as 1/10 of a dollar, or you can say $0.1. See, 0.1 is 1/10. 0.25 is something divided into four equal pieces. One quarter of a dollar is 0.25. How is this arrived? I will explain that to you guys. Okay. Um, let's do it in the next class. Okay. I'll explain you how this decimal is arrived. Okay. But decimal is nothing but something which is less than a whole number. Okay? If I have, let's say, half of something, I'll say 0.5. This is the decimal. If I have 1/4 of something, I'll say 0.25. This is a decimal. If I have 1/10 of something, this is 0.1. It is a decimal. Okay. So for now, you can only always assume like this. If somebody says 3.25, okay, or 20, that means 3 full and this many less than full. Somebody says 4.9. So 4 complete, 4 full, okay, and this is less than full. If you, let's say, your daddy says, I'll give you $2.5 or $3, which one do you want? Your answer should be this. Because 2.5 has 2 full and something less than a full. So which is certainly less than 3. Okay. Salvi is gone.
But I got it like
No. Did you guys
$1. We do it like $1, right?
right? No, so I'm saying what is the difference between 1 and less than 1, right? Let's say if I tell you that okay, I will give you $1 and somebody says no, I'll give you $1.25. Which one is more? This is more. You have 1 plus something extra here. But that is not 1. That is less than 1. This part is less than 1. Okay. So if somebody says 2.2 and 2.5, which one is more?
2.5.
2.5 is more. Right? Because you have 2 full here, 2 full here. Then you will say, okay, what is the decimal? Obviously, decimal is 0.5 here, is here it's 0.2. So 0.5 will be more. Okay. So 2.5 is more than 2.2. Okay. So let's understand that decimal is nothing but a number which is not a whole number. It has some full and some less than full. Okay. If somebody says 3.2, that means 3 full numbers and this is less than full. Okay. So now coming back to what we were talking, power of 10. Okay. Do I have everybody's focus back in the class? Everybody's with me?
Yep. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So I'll have to keep on checking with you guys also that if anybody is zoning out or not, right? Okay. If I have 1.51, I have to multiply by 10. As I was saying, if you multiply, decimal moves in this direction. If you divide, decimal moves in this direction. Okay. Now, what will be the answer for this one? Decimal moves one place. So decimal comes here. It becomes 15.1. If you multiply by 100, same number, every 10 makes it move by every 0 makes it move by 1 place. If you have 2 zeros, it moves by 2 place. 1, 2. Decimal comes here. It will become 151. I don't know whether you guys followed me or not. Let me do it one more time. 1614.202. Okay. If I have to multiply this by 10, who will tell me what is the answer?
The answer is 16,142 and
So you can no, so you don't tell me the number. You can say 16142.02. That also is enough. Okay.
or you can there's actually a place value for the decimals, right? Or
Don't complicate, but okay. Keep it
Hmm.
simple. Don't think too many options. Do one thing right. When you do it over and over again, next time you'll get a better option. Don't try finding 5 solutions for one problem. That is where you will not be able to do justice with even one solution. Okay, don't do that. So here, simple thing that we have learned is when you are multiplying by 10, the decimal moves by 1 place to the right. When you divide, it moves 1 place to the left. So here, when you multiply by 10, we know that okay, it has to move by 1 place. So 1614 0.202 becomes 16142.02. Okay. Now, Gitesh will not answer this. Let me see if anybody else in the class can answer this one. What will be the value of this one? 164.2 into 10, except Gitesh.
Just 1642.
That's it?
Point
Just add a zero.
0.0.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see who answered that. Shalini answered that?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Ishan?
Ishan and Shalini answered it together.
Okay.
Kind of.
Okay. So that is why
Said,
both.
0.0. Ishan said, can you go back to the place? Can you go back to the whiteboard? Ishan said 1642.
Okay. Yeah, so that is why this for both of them. Okay. Ishalini and Ishan both.
What about me?
For you this. Okay. So basically, no, what I was saying was that this you got it. Okay. So that's what I was trying to mention. Now, one last time, okay. 1492.09 multiplied by 10. Ayush, can you answer this one? What will be the answer? You just tell me the number. Okay. You don't have to convert them to thousands or millions.
Oh,
You just tell
okay.
me what is the number.
1452.
It's 92. Okay.
Let me that's
1492, then
0.5 decimal 0.
so
No, add the
see,
5 first. Add the 5 first.
this is 9.
And the 5s and 9s keep on confusing me.
Feels like after the decimal is 50.
No. So okay. I'll repeat the question again, and then Ayush, you can answer this. This is 1492.09 multiplied by 10. What is the answer based on whatever we have done so far?
1492.09 decimal then 90.
You're saying this one?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you got it right. So here, by multiplying, when you multiply something by 10, the decimal moves by one place. So there are two things that we have learned. When you are multiplying any number which doesn't have decimal by 10, it just adds a 0.
But how does a 0 get added?
You can add as many zeros you want after decimal. Okay, so this one is up to you. Let me clear this thing. Okay, so let's say if I have 14.2, okay, I can write this as 14.2, or I can write this as 14.20, or I can write this as 200 also. So the beauty of 0 is you can, if you have a decimal, then you can add as many zeros on this side, or you can add as many zeros this side. Value doesn't change. So 14.2 is same as 14.20 or 14.200 or 014.20, whatever. So basically, let's look at this. If you have 20, if you add a 0, becomes 200. So don't do that. You are changing the value. But if you add a 0 here, this side, nothing goes wrong. The value remains the same. Agree? You add 2 or one more 0. Value doesn't change. 0020 is same as 20 also. 0020
But
is
you
same as 20.
but you can't do the opposite, right? You can't
Yeah,
add.
you can't do the opposite when you don't have a decimal.
Yeah.
Your story changes. If you have this 20.0,
Nothing happens.
now you go on adding as many zeros you want.
If
After the last digit, okay, you cannot, let's say, if you have only word of caution is, let's say if you have 1.41, okay, wait, wait. If you have 1.41, okay, you add a zero here, no problem. 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 Value doesn't change. When I say no problem, means the value is not changing. But life will go wrong if you add a zero in the middle. This and this are not same. You cannot insert a zero between the numbers. You can add it after the numbers or before the numbers,
but not between.
not between the numbers.
Okay.
So now, Ishan, to you. Did I answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what we have learned so far, let's kind of do a recap. I have a number like this, multiply by 10. I have a number like this, also to be multiplied by 10. What happens in this case? There is no decimal. I'll just add a zero. I'm done. If I have a decimal, as I said, adding a zero doesn't do any good. It's the same value. What happens is you move by one place to the right. You move the decimal by one place. So it becomes 14.1. Okay. So I'm showing it to you guys here on the screen so that you can relate. If you have a whole number or a natural number, you are multiplying that by 10, you add a zero to the end. Done deal. If you have a decimal and you are multiplying by 10, you make the decimal move by 1 place to the right.
Oh, we didn't do examples of. We didn't do so many examples of dividing.
We will come to that. We'll come to that. That's what is part of my recap. So the multiplication is okay, right? You guys are fine?
We're fine with that.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if I have a number, divide by 10. If I have a decimal, divide by 10. What happens here? In this case, 10 gets removed. Like in multiplication, you add a zero. In case of division, you remove a zero. But that has to be the last zero. You cannot play with any zero in the middle. If you have, let's say, 702 divided by 10, and you say, okay, I remove 10 here and become 72, that is wrong. The zero has to be removed only from the end, not anywhere in middle. So, just 2 minutes ago, right, I was saying that if you are inserting a zero in the middle, you are committing a crime. Similarly, if you are deleting a zero from the middle, that is again a big mistake. Don't do that. It has to be always at the end. Okay, that's the catch. Are you guys with me?
Yes, I'm with you. And I got my question back.
Okay, so I'll come to you. Let me just finish what I was saying, and then I'll come to your question. Okay. So here,
Wait, how do you divide the decimals?
I'll come to that. So that's what I'm coming, right? So first thing is dividing a whole number. Okay. What did we discuss? I am going to remove 10. For every division by 10, I'll remove 10 from the end. So if I have a zero here, I will remove it. It becomes 7. This part is clear, right? Is it clear?
Yeah.
Now, see, multiplication and division are just opposite of each other. So when you are multiplying by 10, what was happening? The decimal was moving in this direction. If you are dividing by 10, it is opposite. It says, okay, fine, I'll move in another direction. I don't like you. I'll go reverse of multiplication. That's what happens. So here, the decimal moves by one place. So 372, you will write this, and decimal was here between 3 and 7. It moves one place, so it comes before 3. So it becomes 0.372. Now, before decimal, if you want to add 0, you can add. Nobody stops you from doing that. So it becomes 0.0372. 0.372, sorry. Let's take one more example. 139.72 divided by 10. Decimal moves by one place to the left. It becomes, you write the whole number like what you have. And see, here it was before 7, it moves one place. So it comes before 9. This is your answer. So now what we have learned so far is, if you are multiplying by 10, any whole number, you are adding a 0. If you are multiplying a decimal by 10, you are making the decimal move by one place to the right. If you are dividing a number, whole number with 10, you are trimming 1 0 from the end, removing 1 0 from the end. If you are dividing a decimal by 10, you are making the decimal point move by one place to the left. That is what we discussed so far. Let's see who has what question. Salni has a question, Gidesh has a question. Let's hear Gidesh first. We'll come to Salni again.
The question was, instead of like 10, can you do like 100? Like dividing by 100 to a decimal, multiplying to a decimal.
Yeah. Okay, that's a good question. I can answer that. I will do that. Let's see what Salni has to ask.
And if you do that, is it going to be like two places instead of one place?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Okay. You cleared my doubt.
Okay. And I'll show it on the screen also, so that you guys can relate to what I'm saying. Okay.
Okay.
Salni, you had a question.
So can we do it on our own? A question that you had,
Yeah, you can.
that you did,
So
like one of the questions.
I
We
will.
need to answer them.
Correct. So that is what will come as an assignment for you guys, right? So that's where you'll get to practice. So I'll give you guys 5, 7, 10 questions, and you will try solving it. And that is what will make you do practice and make sure that whatever you have learned, that stays with you. Okay.
Can we do it here in the classroom? Like in class?
Not really, because that will not be very productive. What happens is, if I give you guys the screen, access to screen, everybody will start scribbling on the screen, and then 1 hour will be gone scribbling. Okay.
No, like I'm just doing on our notepad.
Yeah. No, that you can do. I mean, that is fine. What I'm saying is, let's make use of the classroom to learn all that we can learn. And I'm anyways uploading the video on the YouTube so that you can watch the video offline, do a revision of what we have learned, and then I'll give you an assignment that you can do to practice what you have learned. So that way, you have three-step process. Attend the class, learn the concept. If you have doubt, you can ask. After the class, if you tend to watch the video, revise it, and then you will have assignments to do it. When you do the assignment, parents say, okay, this is what I learned, this is what I have done. Is this fine? So with these 3 things, there is nothing that you can miss. Okay. And if you still miss, there is a class that I do on Wednesday. Every Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. That is only for catch up. Okay. So you can join online, ask me questions. Okay. All right. So coming to Gitesh. Gitesh was saying that whatever we have learned, can we extend that for 100 or 1,000? Let's
Or 10,000 or 20,000.
okay. So let's do it. So with one, these are relatable things. Okay. If you are multiplying by 10, you are adding
Yeah.
1 0.
I'm talking about the decimal.
I'll come to that also. See, that's why I don't jump, right? I go step by step, so that it goes deep into your mind. Nothing missed out. If I'm multiplying by 10, I'm adding 1 0. If I'm multiplying by 100, I'm adding 2 zeros. So 10 has 1 zero, so that's what comes here. 100 has 2 zeros, that's what comes here. Now, go back to decimal. If I have 4.39, I'm multiplying by 10. Every 10 makes the decimal move by one place. Okay, I have 1 zero here, it moves one place. It becomes 439, and here it was between 4 and 3, it moves one place. So it comes between 3 and 9, it comes here. If I have the same number to be multiplied by 100, 1 zero makes the decimal move by one place, 2 zero will make the decimal move by two places, 3 zero will make the decimal move by three places. Same formula. 439. It has 2 zeros, so it will move by two places. So here to here, here to here. So it comes after 9. It becomes 439 dot. If you have nothing, you can say 0. I have 0 is nothing, right? You say nothing. Put a 0. That's it. Okay. Now,
So,
yep.
The example you gave, can instead of 100, can you do also like go to 1,000?
You can.
What will happen? Like 4.39, if you do it by 1,000.
Okay. So see, this is what will happen. 3 zeros means 3 points. It has to move by three places. 1, 2, third. There's no third place. But we know that we can write this as many zeros we want. Okay. It doesn't change the value. Now you have enough place to move. Multiplying by 1,000 makes it move by three places. One place, two place, three place. So you will say 4390, and this is where the decimal has come. And then you write as many zeros you want. Okay.
Okay.
So basically, when you are looking at any number, right? Let's say somebody says multiply 0.23 by 1 million. Is it 1 million or 10 million? 10 million. Yeah. Now you know that I don't have enough space to move. So I have to create space to move. Okay. And I know that if I have 0.23, I can add as many zeros I want without changing the value. I'm perfectly fine with this. Now you know that I have to move by how many places? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 zeros, so 7 places. Now let's move. 1 place, 2 place, 3 place, 4 place, 5 place, 6 place, 7 place. Now you know that your decimal is going to be here after 3 plus 2, 5 zeros. So 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 0. Then decimal, then whatever. So these basic understanding of where you can add zero without changing value will actually help you decide or help you do your calculation faster.
Okay.
Yeah. Same thing happens with division also. Like you multiply, you add a zero. You multiply a decimal, you move it by one place. You multiply by 100, you move it by two places or add two zeros. It is just a reverse for in case of division, like what we have seen before. So I'm not going there to spend time. You guys can always relate, and I will give you guys some sums that you will do, and that will be our opportunity to know if we have learned it right or not. If not, we will learn again. All right.
Okay.
So that is what brings us to the end of the class. Any question before we disperse?
No.
No?
No.
No? Okay. All right. Then enjoy rest of your weekend.
No.
We'll meet again on Saturday. You guys will get a assignment from me very soon. Maybe tomorrow or day after.
Wait, are we still doing tables?
What is that?
We kind of stopped tables somewhere.
We stopped table somewhere, but don't worry. I will keep reminding you guys. Okay, just because we did not have a class yesterday, that's why. Okay, so don't worry. I'll keep on reminding you guys. I don't lose track of tables. Okay. All right. So enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll meet again on next Saturday, or we'll meet on Wednesday if any of you are joining the online class on Wednesday evening, 6 to 7 p.m. Okay. All right. Bye bye.